What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Tuesday, March 3rd. Now, in today's dog video, I want to talk about a specific indicator called the RSI that has just flashed the fourth most largest oversold signal that dog has ever experienced in its history. Now, every single time that we see this indicator flash, it is followed by an overbought territory, meaning for the months that come after that, you'll see that dog tends to typically historically climb into the overbought territory. And the overbought territory basically means that dog reaches a specific price point that gets people to FOMO and chase the pump. But before we get into that, we have to talk about WallStreetBets typing in dog. Yes, they said dog out of nowhere, it's going viral. And also we got to look into data because we just saw that the long-term holder count of dog has just increased over the past 24 hours. And also share with you who's been buying the dip, because what I've been noticing is that dog army has been showing up. So let's get right into it. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys, girls, let's get right into it. Okay, so dog right now is around 1.36% over the past 24 hours. Now let's go ahead and look into Bitcoin's price. It's hovering around 68,000 US dollars. So nothing really too much has changed, but it is up over 7% over the past 7 days. So that's pretty good. Now let's look over to the meme coin market sector. After the recent pump that we saw yesterday, we actually saw a pullback today. So as you can see, we see that Dogecoin is down 5%, Shiba Inu down 2%, Pudgy Penguins down 3%, SPX down 2%, but most of these are actually up in the double digits. Only SPX over the past 7 days, which is 13%. So let's go ahead and scroll down to where dog Bitcoin is. So right now, dog Bitcoin did fall out of the top 20 ranking, but that's only due to the whole Magic Eden FUD announcement, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. Now, dog is up 1.5% over the past 24 hours. It is down 10% over the past 7 days as a result of the Magic Eden announcement. But let's look into that Magic Eden announcement. So people have been wondering, why did Magic Eden decide to not support Ordinals or runes in terms of their marketplace? Well, Jack, the CEO and founder of Magic Eden, said this: unfortunately, they were about 80% of our costs, and whilst very popular at one point, they now contributed negatively to our revenue. We hoped it wouldn't be this way, but those markets have shrunk significantly. And in this market climate, we thought it would be better to make this decisive call now so we can focus on other growth areas. Now, remember, the other growth areas that he's talking about is gambling and also this new prediction marketplace that they're trying to come up with, which to me does not make any sense. This is actually the worst strategy that I think they could be doing. Just because trading volume is down does not mean you need to shut a marketplace down. In fact, if you think about it, you saw that Magic Eden garnered over $10 million in fees just from runestones alone and dog trading. So the fact that they are saying, oh, we need to delist this because we're losing revenue doesn't make any sense. But what's really interesting is that if you notice that the Magic Eden token is actually down in its market cap, roughly around 54 million, dog is roughly at 80 million right now. Now, I noticed that over the past few months that a few members had left the team, such as Liz A, Tiffany Huang, and also Elizabeth Olsen. They were all let go. And there's actually a ton of other people like Chartfu Monkey. All these people were basically either let go or they departed away from Magic Eden. So I think behind the scenes, the Magic Eden team was actually falling apart. And I think it's just due to leadership and management. They weren't managing funds. They weren't having great strategic plans. So the fact that they're doing this actually hurts themselves as a marketplace. So I don't think they're actually going to do that well. Now let's follow what's going on with WallStreetBets. Now this was just mentioned yesterday at 6:45 p.m. WallStreetBets, the official account, said dog. It has right now over 123,000 impressions with 722 reposts, 1.4 thousand likes. Now let's look into how that engagement has done compared to other posts that they've done. So as you can see, this is 123,000 impressions. The one before that, 39, the one before that, 22, the one before that, 16K, the other one, 33, 37, 35. So what does this prove? This proves that dog is viral, which is the number one thing for meme coins that have huge rallies in their comeback. And number two, the dog army is still around and stronger than ever, especially right now during a bear market. That's insane. Now, why is this really important? Leonidas did bring up and remind everybody that WallStreetBets community and the dog army have a lot in common, but they were both screwed over by elite financial institutions who have rigged the market. Both are bottom-up decentralized movements on the internet comprised of everyday people working together to take down corrupt insiders. Both believe deeply in fairness and transparency so that whales have less of a structural advantage over retail. Long live WallStreetBets and long live DOG. So let's talk about who, in terms of retail, in terms of the people, have been acquiring DOG. So just as of yesterday, you saw that C2 Blockchain, a publicly traded company and SEC registered, just increased their portfolio for the DOG strategic reserve to 713 million DOG. So that means they roughly acquired 19 million DOG just within the past week. That's up $15,000 in their portfolio. So that's pretty enormous. And I want to remind everybody that C2 Blockchain is building towards their 1 billion DOG strategic reserve, with this vision to become the first publicly traded company in history to hold a Bitcoin native meme asset on its balance sheet. That's extraordinary. But we also have other people that have absolutely been aping in. We have Crypto Mamba, aka Ray, who just bought $800 worth of DOG and also 240 within the same day. Then $569 the day before that. Then you have Crypto Mama buying 50. You have Derek buying 20. You have Francisco Papa Hurt, aka Dogsack. You also have Fentagiro. We also have Natinos, Dog Danny, Derek, Jip. So this is pretty fantastic, in my personal opinion. Now let's look at the long-term holder count, which is kind of the point of this video as well. Now look at yesterday's post that I made here. 77.63% of long-term holders. Remember, that increased over time. This used to be at 77, then it was 77.5, now 77.63. Guess what it is today? It's 77.7. It continues to increase. That means the DOG army is stacking, which you had just seen in the previous slides, because they noticed that this dip is absolutely one of the most sought after opportunities. And here's why. These are the oversold territories in the RSI. Now look at this. We are currently right over here in the oversold territory. Now, when are the three other times that we've seen this? One over here, one over here, and one over here. What happens every single time? Well, the very first one that we occurred, that was the very bottom. And then we saw a 480% increase in DOG's price. That took within a few months for that to happen. Then roughly in May of 2025, you saw that DOG was oversold massively, met another oversold territory, but nonetheless, that met a 478% increase. That's huge. Now, what do you think is happening right now in the DOG oversold territory? Every single time that we reach these oversold territories, it's always followed by an overbought territory. Because when things are oversold below this blue line right here, the bears get exhausted. Overselling gets exhausted. So when that happens, that's an indicator that there's now going to be a reversal at some certain point. And that could take months, maybe. Who knows? It could take weeks for that to actually show, but it is showing up in the charting. So this is where we are currently at right now. Remember, this was the time that Magic Eden announcement of the end of the Runes Marketplace occurred, which we saw that happen reflectively in the DOG price. This will be short-lived. Just think of it like this. Anything below 90 million market cap is an absolute steal. So if you could buy any DOG within this specific zone, that's the time to do it, because you won't have moments like this. And this is when the actual marketplace will be shutting down, which is March 9th. And as we mentioned before in the previous videos, the sell walls on Magic Eden will be removed. They'll be gone. So that's absolutely fantastic from that manipulated wallet. Now, another thing I want to share with you is, again, the 200-day moving average line, which is this orange line, is still dipping. Yes, we saw a huge dip to the downside with the 50-day moving average, just extending that bear market. But remember, back over here, September 2025 was the death cross. Right now, all we're waiting for is a golden cross at any moment in time. So we're just kind of waiting for that. But you already know me. I'm very bullish on DOG. Everything that you just saw here was that WallStreetBets typed in DOG. Basically, WallStreetBets and DOG Bitcoin are both the same thing. WallStreetBets did GameStop, AMC to fight against the hedge funds. DOG is using its own native meme coin to fight against corruption within centralized exchanges and insider traded tokens that are VC backed with team allocations and KOLs. What we're doing at DOG is the exact same thing that WallStreetBets did in real life. This is the Web3 version of that. And so what you're seeing is that everybody's buying DOG. The fourth largest oversold territory, aka indicator, just flashed. And the only way I see this playing out for DOG is up. But until then, DOG underneath 90 million market cap is literally the most discounted price ever. Remember, This is the 4th time this has ever happened, which is the 4th cheapest moment DOG has ever been. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below, your strategies on how you plan to accumulate DOG in your portfolio. Until then, please smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding DOG of the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.